Every year I have to X-ray my lung. November 2001, the doctor saw a tumor, say around 2 to 3 cm. He suspect it's either TB or a cancer one. I came to KL here and do the check. When the doctor see me, he said, from the X-ray, he cannot tell whether it is cancerous or not. He did the biopsy to me, open this here, open a hole here. Inside, take 5 pieces out. Then after the next day, he tell me, congratulations, Mr. Chiu. It is not cancerous. You only have TB, tuberculosis.
You only have TB?
TB. Go back, call your doctor to prescribe you 6 months of antibiotics for your tuberculosis. I was very happy. I go back with the letter from the doctor here to insult my doctor in Libang, give me 6 months of antibiotic, strong one. After 6 months, the doctor said, do an X-ray. After the result come out, the tumor grows bigger again. So my doctor in Libang said, it definitely not TB. Must be something else.
So did you go back to see?
Yes, I went back.
The same doctor?
The same doctor. He gave many excuses. He said it must be a wrong test, wrong diagnosis. He said. I said, why? I spent $20,000 for that diagnosis. You told me it must.
You spent $20,000.
$20,000.
He charged you $20,000.
Yes.
For what?
For the biopsy and the stay there and the stay in the hospital.
How long did you stay?
For around a week. 1 week.
1 week. And then he did the biopsy, and you paid $20,000.
$20,000 for a wrong diagnosis. After 6 months, the tumor grew bigger. One more. It spread to the liver already. My liver is 1 cm.
After 6 months of antibiotic, then the liver also problem already.
Meaning that it has spread from the lung to the liver, 1 cm size.
Okay.
He said, never mind, that one can be vaporized. I still remember, never mind, Jiu, I will vaporize. I don't know what is vaporized, but I don't want to believe him anymore. So I said, I will consider all your suggestions. The next day, I went to another hospital. Actually, I went to 2 more hospitals.
2 more
hospitals for a second opinion. In the end, I end up with the hospital in KL.
So what do you do in that hospital? You saw the oncologist in that hospital?
He advised me to do the chemo and the radio.
So you did chemotherapy?
I didn't do it the same day. I went back and considered for 1 or 2 days. Nobody gave me any advice. I only think of myself. Then when I see everybody do chemo, everybody do the radio, the radiotherapy, so I said this must be the only way. So the 3rd day I went back there. I said, doctor, I agree to do the chemo and radiotherapy.
Okay, so what you do first, chemo or radiotherapy, also together?
Radiotherapy, after radiotherapy.
After radiotherapy. So how many times of radiotherapy you do?
25 times.
25 times?
For 25 days.
25 days?
Except Saturday and Sunday.
So that is
5 times.
5 weeks.
5 weeks.
You do a 5 weeks. At the same time, did you get chemotherapy?
Yes, the chemotherapy is the same. After my radiotherapy, I go to take my chemo.
Oh, together?
Together. And then the chemo is every 3 weeks for 6 courses.
6 courses.
Every 3 weeks.
So 25 times of radiotherapy, 6 times of chemotherapy. That costs you how much money? About roughly.
One dose of chemo is 2,700.
2,700.
6 doses.
How about radiation?
More than 15,000. Radiation, I think for a few thousand only. It's not.
A few thousand.
Chemo is more expensive.
You started off with radiotherapy plus chemotherapy. So what is that beginning? What was the beginning side? Did you suffer any side effect when you were doing both?
At first, I did not know anything about chemo. I did not know anything about radio. The first time I go, he put the needle on my hand here and put the thing up. I don't know what is inside also. The doctor never tell me what is inside the chemo, the chemo drug.
Okay.
So I just put in. After that I do something, then I put in. After 1 hour, he said okay lah. And then he tell me, if you vomit, you have to take this pill. I go back. I don't feel like eating my food. When the food is pressed on my table, I feel I like to vomit. I had to force myself to take some. I knew that I had to take the food. I had to force myself to take. But vomit out.
Vomit out. How long does it last?
The vomiting normally lasts only 3 or 4 days.
3 or 4 days.
But I took the pill.
After that, you are okay.
After I was okay. I can take my food, but I have other side effects. My eyes is blur. I cannot use my spec because my spec, the degree is not the same already. When I wear my spec, I read the newspaper, cannot read. Blur. When I take out my spec, I see my friend. Cannot blur. Very hard to recognize friend at a distance.
Oh, you cannot.
Normally I
cannot recognize.
Cannot.
Oh, but before the chemotherapy, you can.
Yes.
Did you suffer any giddiness or blackout or something?
Yes. Sometimes I feel like white, all white together, all white.
All white.
All white. For say 4 or 5 seconds, then normal. Then
how often do you suffer that?
During my chemo, it was almost once in 2 or 3 days.
Once or 2 days. Do you suffer any pain, numbness?
Chemo no pain. I have high temperature.
High temperature.
High temperature.
How often do you have that temperature? Every day or?
The temperature is always very high.
Always high.
Always high.
So you feel heaty.
Heaty.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And then at night when I sleep, I sweat. Sometimes I have to change my shirt, trousers, up to 3 times a day. Sometimes 1 time, sometimes 3 times.
You sleep in ordinary room?
With the aircon room.
With
aircon room, then I sweat.
Do you feel numbness in the hand or numbness in the leg or anything? No.
Yes. I feel a bit of numb. Numbness. And then the heartbeat is very fast. Normal when I sit down and read resting time, the heartbeat is more than 100. See, 105, 102, more than 100. The heartbeat.
It is beating faster.
Very fast.
But before you had chemo, did you beat that fast?
My heartbeat was normal. But after the chemo, I have high temperature, high heartbeat.
I see.
My tongue, when I taste my food, it was like nothing. You see, no taste. I feel very weak also. But for my heart, that beat very fast. I went to my doctor and said my heart is fast. Then he take my blood real fast. So he prescribed me a pill.
So he give a pill to make it slower.
So I take the pill every day, 2 tablets.
2 tablets.
One in the morning, one in the afternoon.
But does it work?
When it works, it reduces the heartbeat.
But if you don't take a pill, it will go faster.
It will go faster.
6 times of chemotherapy, 3 weeks 1 time. So by about 5 months, you finish everything.
Yes.
Now, the side effect that comes to you, is it from the day you started chemotherapy?
Yes. From the day.
Until you finish?
Until I finish.
So for 5 months or 6 months, you are having side effect?
Having the side effect.
How long does the side effect last after you finish the chemotherapy?
After I finish the chemotherapy, even after 3 months, I am still taking the pill. If I cannot stop it, when I stop it, will become very fast.
How about your appetite, everything? Are you okay?
Appetite, I can get it recover. No more vomit because after the
no more vomit.
The only problem that remains, that stay is I am feeling weak.
Oh, you're feeling weak, and then your heart beat faster.
Then the night sweat comes at a longer distance. Sometimes once a week, sometimes less.
Oh, the night sweat also get less, but still have night sweat.
My temperature also stays the same.
Oh, the temperature is the same.
It's still the same. It's still very hot.
So for how long?
My body is always hot.
Always hot. For how long?
At least 3 months.
At least
after the chemo.
After the chemo, still you had the same problem.
But
were you able to work when you were having chemotherapy?
1 week after my chemotherapy, I go back to my bed. I can walk, but I feel very tired.
You feel very tired.
I have to lie down. I have to sleep. I have to rest.
Okay. on chemotherapy, how much roughly do you have to spend? All your treatment?
Around 50,000.
The 20,000 for cutting out.
Cutting out.
So
then the 30,000.
Another 30,000.
30,000 for the chemo, radio, and my anti-cancer.
So in total, you spent, it cost you about $50,000. After you had the chemotherapy and radiotherapy, were you getting better or you getting worse?
Actually, before I do the chemo, I don't feel anything.
Yeah.
I was alright. I can do my work, everything. But after the chemo and radiotherapy, I feel weak.
You feel weak?
And feel all the side effects.
Yeah.
I don't think I have get anything now. But except that the tumor in my lung grows a bit smaller.
Does it disappear? No.
It doesn't disappear. But the spot in my liver, normally it was only one spot. After the radio and after the chemo, after 6 months, it becomes 3 spots.
Become 3 spots.
My lung tumor becomes smaller, but my liver increased by 2 spots.
Okay.
I don't know what to say. Is it a benefit to me or what?
Okay. Now that you finished the chemotherapy and treatment, did the doctor see you again and found out that your tumor a bit, the lung shrunk a bit, the tumor in the lung shrunk, and then you have 3 more spots?
Yes. After the chemo, he do some X-ray with me, and the ultrasound with me, and so on.
So what did he say when the result, the thing did not disappear and there's more tumor? What did he say?
He told me my lung was okay already because it has shrunk. But I tell him why. My liver increased by 2 spots. Now it become 3. Then he told me, he said, I have given you a very strong chemo already. He said, I don't know what he mean by that. He did not explain why.
Did he consider this a success or failure?
My lung was a success. But my liver, he did not say anything. He prescribed me some pill, some capsule again.
That's all?
That's all. The capsule, the oral chemo.
Oral chemo.
I have to take every month. Every day I have to take. I come here once in 2 months to do the normal taking.
And you were on the oral drug,
oral drug.
UFT.
Okay.
And then after you finish, say 3 months of it, then what happened?
My tumor in my liver grows bigger again.
Even bigger?
It grows bigger every time I come to KL to check. My problem was in the liver. Every time I come to do the ultrasound, the doctor said it has grown bigger.
So what did the doctor wanted to do to you after that?
He did not do anything.
He did not explain why also?
He did not explain why. He did not suggest anything.
Then what do you do then?
I know I am on the wrong track. I know that this is not what I want. Then something hit me. Am I going the correct way? So when I go back to Malaysia, to Slovak, I think over the whole thing together. So why my liver go and so was bigger and bigger. When I asked my friend, he said that chemo drugs are toxic.
Before that you didn't know? And the doctor did not tell you?
The doctor never told me the drugs are toxic.